Welcome to the end of Spielberg month here at Theme on Screen.
We've been with our guy Steven as he's tackled diverse topics like aliens again, and minorities.
To celebrate the end of this month's theme, Kaylin has prepared a special treat for you all.
That's right. Our theme song last week was a huge hit with the listeners, but this week I wanted to put my own special spin on a brand new theme song for the show.
So once again, let's give it up for our very own Caitlin Petrie.
We'll see if I can do this. When this theme meets screen, wandering down this road that we call life is what we're doing. It's good to know I have friends that will always stand by me when this theme meets screen.
Wow, that was honestly beautiful. I might have tears in my eyes right now.
I think that was the best one yet.
Yeah, probably. So everyone, welcome to, as I'm sure you can tell by my t-shirt, episode 33 of the podcast. Yay!
Look at that.
Isn't it crazy that I just have a t-shirt for like every podcast that we do?
Well, I think it says more about you than anything because you're just like really collecting a lot of graphic tees.
Yeah, I like graphic tees. What can I say? That's my style. So episode 33, we are here at the end of our Spielberg month. I don't know. What else is there to say to that? Welcome, everyone.
Well, I was going to ask you what you thought. Anything that you wished that we would have watched that we didn't? Did we get some good ones in?
So this week our episode was chosen by our listeners, so thanks for everyone that voted in the poll. Overwhelmingly, it was Minority Report that won, but I myself voted in the poll for The Fabelmans. I think I was the only one that voted for The Fabelmans, and yeah, I do regret that we didn't watch The Fabelmans a little bit.
I'm going to tell you one thing, though. You can watch The Fabelmans on your own if you want.
I don't understand.
You can watch it on your own if you want. Like,
how?
Anytime. I don't know.
Like dinner
Isn't
time?
it online? Anytime.
Breakfast time?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, say it's like, I don't know, Saturday, 3:30. Could I watch it then?
Yeah.
So you're saying that I could literally watch this movie at any time?
I think you can. I don't know where you're going to find it, but I think it's somewhere.
I mean, probably just google.com, and then you rent it for $4.
That's a good price.
I'm just guessing, but that's usually what the rentals are. So how are you feeling about Spielberg month? I've got some more thoughts, but I'm going to save it for like the meat and potatoes of the episode.
Okay, I can go for some potatoes. I feel good. I actually enjoyed I enjoyed a little bit. I enjoyed the movies. I did not, I guess. I mean, I did want to watch Jurassic Park, but that's just because I wanted to watch Jurassic Park. But I think, much like you with The Fabelmans, I'll probably just do it on my own Saturday at 3:30.
Well, see, one thing that I learned this week is that you can literally just do it anytime. You can just watch it whenever you want. That's a thing that people can do.
Do what you want.
Yeah.
Which is like crazy to me.
Yeah, here in America.
But I mean, I'm giving you permission. I'm giving the listeners also permission to do it if you want.
I think the listeners are probably very glad that they have your permission to live their life how they choose to live their lives.
I know they were waiting for it, so.
That's why people tune into this, because they just want Caitlin's life advice.
What is she going to tell us we could do today? Oh, thank goodness. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, can you imagine if that was a thing? That's probably a thing. It's probably like one of those weird, not that any kink is weird, but, where they're like, you have to tell me when I can eat, and they like are into that.
So you think that's one of our listeners, one of our many new YouTube fans?
I bet there is. I bet there's somebody out there. Don't ask me, though. Find someone else to do it. I'm busy.
Caitlin will do it, but you have to provide financial incentive for her to do so. So if we start a Patreon and you join at the, let's say, $200 a month tier, Caitlin will give you permission to do whatever you want permission to do.
Yeah, I would also like a tier for like $1,000. And if anybody has a hookup to get a Birkin bag, to let me know. Drop that in the comments
Okay, well,
if you got
yeah,
an
this is
essay.
how you know we've made it a podcast because we were like, we're
Now I'm
giving all that
requesting things.
free merch.
Yeah, the free merch. I'm not putting theme on screen on my Birkin.
So anything interesting in your life that you want to talk about? I know we both had a pretty busy weekend.
We had a
Spent
pretty
some of
busy
it
weekend.
together.
I have a game for you when you're ready, though. I made it
I
up.
saw that.
Why are you looking at my notes?
It's on the outline. You literally put it on the outline. Are you talking about rapid fire?
Yep, I did.
It's
I guess I thought I had a. I thought I put it secret. I thought I put it secret. Wow, Caitlin's
oh,
so bad at
Caitlin.
podcast. Yes, listeners, hello. We spent some time together this past weekend. Like you might have heard at the end of last week's episode, we were heading up north for two separate things. One of the things, though, aligned together. And so I was able to see Paul and my best friend Katie and her sister and everybody else from that side of the state. And we had a great time. And congratulations again to Celine for graduation because that's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I mean, is it really that big of a deal to graduate from high school? I feel like most people can do it, especially when your mom's your teacher. Like, I don't know, was her mom really going to fail her?
I don't know. Do they often fail homeschool students?
I feel like no. I mean, I guess they do have a test that they have to pass. I don't know how that works, but
But they probably just keep getting like redo, redo, redo if they failed.
I don't know who's going to stop them. I don't
I
know how
honestly don't know.
homeschooling works, and I'm
That's why I'm so confused about homeschooling in general. I'm not going to do it. I wouldn't do it.
yeah.
More
Well,
power to
Celine, if
them.
you're listening to this, I'm diminishing your accomplishments, but you're still my
And
favorite
Celine, if
niece.
you're listening to this, can you just let me know what happens if you were to fail? Like how many tries does your mom give you?
And Celine, if you're listening, can you explain to me what tough means?
Can you explain TUFF tough?
We want to understand the youths. So we did get to hang out with some family. We got a lot of feedback on the pod. Everyone says they really love our witty banter, this portion of the show,
Oh,
and that they
yes.
don't really make it into the movie discussion because they don't care about that. They're just tuned in to listen to us act like dumbasses. So
Oh,
thanks,
I love that for
everyone.
us. Yeah, I made a big deal out of the pod at the wedding. Told everybody. I was even on the dance floor where no one could hear me, and I'm like, "Theme on screen, you guys. We're on Spotify."
Mm,
That was
That
me.
seems like some great promotion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
went really
talked to a
well.
lot of people at the bonfire that you weren't at. I asked everyone if they wanted to be on the podcast. I got a lot of yeses, so I'll probably never follow up with any of those people, but
Yeah,
still, they
yeah.
said yes. And then we
I
had
got
some
a couple
interesting
yeses as
discussion
well.
around the bonfire about just the top 4 movies everyone had. So I was really throwing out some of our letterbox inspired questions and got some good discussion out of it. So it was a fun but
Wow,
busy weekend for me.
you really made the most of that bonfire. You
I
became
did.
the center of attention. That's beautiful.
Well, you know me, I love to be the center of attention. That's
No,
why I
I
have a
absolutely know that
podcast.
about you. Yeah. I knew you
Hmm.
wanted all the attention on you. You wanted everybody to pay attention to you, and you got it.
Yeah,
It's
I did.
beautiful.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Was
So
Did anyone have any weird top fours?
No, I think they were pretty normal. Sam's brother Jesse agreed with me that Return of the Jedi is better than Empire, and he threw Return
Uh,
of the Jedi in his
Yeah,
top
Return of
four.
the Jedi is the best.
So
Yeah.
respect for that. Trying to think what other people, standard stuff. There's a Saving Private Ryan in there. Speaking of Spielberg, oh, the kids had some interesting ones too.
Shrek.
I don't know. No, it wasn't Shrek. Those kids have pretty good taste in movies. So I did ask, my niece and all my nephews if they wanted to be on the podcast, and I think we should have them on here. We should really court that youth demographic.
We could do like a kid round table.
Kid round table.
Like
That's a lot of kids.
we can make this work. I think we can make this
Okay.
work and really tap into that. It's an untapped market, if you will.
Yeah, because we're old.
Yeah, you're only getting our perspective from a 40-year-old perspective. Maybe we need an 18-year-old perspective.
Hmm.
Like, this movie sucks. Who's
Yeah.
Tom Cruise? What is he, a grandpa?
Well, you know what I like? John told me that he really liked our Interstellar episode because we didn't just blow smoke up Interstellar's ass. We talked about what some of the problems we had, and a lot of people, his generation, think it's a masterpiece, and it just doesn't land the same way for us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, we speak
good
the truth
feedback.
here on this podcast.
We do,
Our truth.
for better or worse. Well,
Exactly.
Caitlin, I have been busy and I have not watched any movies recently, but I know from your letterbox that you have been keeping up with film. So is
Oh,
there
she
anything that
has
you've
been.
watched recently that you would like to talk about?
She has been
before we
keeping
get
up with
into
the
our game?
Kardashians. Um, I had probably my most successful night. I won't talk about everything that I watched because it's honestly far too much and maybe I do need an intervention. Um, but last night I had my best night of watching ever. So I started the evening with voicemails from Isabel or voicemails for Isabel, I'm sorry, on Netflix.
So, can I stop you real quick?
Yeah.
I just want to say I'm not a big rom-com guy. I feel like the plot of that movie, you can tell what it is based on the trailer, and I don't currently have Netflix, but I'm pretty interested in seeing that. I don't know, something about it just looked interesting to me.
It's so stinking good. I don't know if I already added it, but I will if I haven't. I'm putting it on 3 Crying Caitlins. It
Wow,
must.
that many
It
crying
was
Caitlins.
Oh yeah, I was weeping at the end. Like I sent my sister a photo of me because I like to send her photos and voice notes, which actually was part of the reason I think I was crying so hard. Because yeah, I mean, without giving away too much, her sister does pass away, and
Mhm.
she continues to call the phone because she can hear her, leave a voicemail, and so she just keeps talking to her like she's alive. The number ends up being given to somebody, a hottie, of course. And so he's getting the messages. But yeah, it was a little emotional just because that's what I do for Taylor. I don't send voicemails, but I do send voice notes often. And they'll probably be like 20-minute long voice notes of me or just like videos of me being different characters. I like to experiment with different characters when I put on different outfits. So I think I was just a little like connected to this one a little
Yeah,
bit more.
even though your
And it
sister
was
Taylor
really
is
stinking.
alive.
Oh, she's fully alive. Yes, fully alive
Yeah.
and fully annoyed. Um, but it was really good. So I told Katie she needs to watch. It's a
I would
that
like
one,
to watch
listeners,
that
is a
one too.
definite watch.
I do have a question. Would you ever consider doing an episode of this podcast as I think her name's Sammy, your girl baseball player character?
Yeah, that is, you remember. Can't believe you remembered Sammy. Yeah, she's just a girl and she wants to play baseball, but the boys won't let her.
What kind of outfits are you wearing when you're portraying Sammy?
Honestly, I think I'm pretty Sammy right now.
Just like a backwards. Oh, yeah, just some jean shorts and a graphic
Yeah,
tee.
just jean shorts. Yeah, I'm
I
pretty
think if you had
Sammy.
a baseball cap on, that would really seal the deal.
Yeah, and it's like, hey guys, just let me play. Come on. My mom said you have to.
We need to do a baseball season, and every episode is just you as Sammy, or at least
I
one
know.
segment where you're just Sammy.
Yeah, just what Sammy thinks about this.
Mm-hmm. Sammy's
Sammy's
thoughts.
corner.
Mm-hmm.
Sammy's thoughts in Sammy's
Sammy's
corner. Yeah, yeah.
sandbox, soapbox. I don't know why
Sammy's dugout.
Sammy's sandlot.
We're working on
Yeah,
it.
yeah, we're
We're
working
working
on it.
on it.
This is podcast in real time.
You guys are watching an idea
No
come
no
to fruition.
edits.
Just keeping it going. Oh, and then after that, Charlie and I watched Chungking Express.
Mm-hmm.
I think you would really like it. Have you seen it?
I'm not even familiar with that.
I
Can you
think you
give us a
would
brief
really
synopsis?
like it. So it's 1994 in Hong Kong, and it's the stories of 2 policemen who just lost their girlfriends. Like their girlfriends just kind of broke up with them, and it's like it's like one part is over a few days, maybe, or maybe not even a few days, maybe a night, and then the other part, they're, like, so loosely connected, it's only connected because he walks past him, and then it's the other cop's story, and his girlfriend is a flight attendant, she breaks up with him, and then he meets a girl at a kind of like the equivalent of right now, like a deli counter, I guess, but it's more of like an outside walk up, kind of get food situation, and she ends up, like, doing this weird Amelie situation where she goes into his apartment and just, like, cleans things and moves things around, and like he has a fish tank and every day she puts like more fish in it.
Okay,
Like
you don't have to
she's just
explain the entire movie.
No, I'm not, but it's just like that's a funny thing that she does. Anyway, I think you would really like it.
Okay, I'll add that one to the list. You know, I love me some Asian cinema.
I know, me too. It's like an hour 40 minutes, I think it was. So I was able to
Ooh,
actually watch both last night. I know it's just past the threshold. Um, but it was a fun watch, and I guess a lot of people really like it. I guess you could say maybe it's like a cult hit.
okay.
Cult
Well, that'll
favorite.
get added to my ever-growing watch list that just seems to add more movies every day as I just continue
You got to
to
start
not catch up at all.
removing. You got to start removing from the list.
I'm doing my best, Caitlin, but I'm a busy guy. I've got a podcast and go up north and celebrate my niece's birthday or whatever we were up there for. I don't remember.
Well, I think it was her getting her new badge for her.
Hmm.
Uh, you know.
She's a cop.
Yeah, sure.
She got her
Uh,
badge.
a Girl Scout cop. What is at the top of your watch list? What is something that you really want to knock off? Like that's gonna be your next one.
The next movie I watch will be Blue Heron because it's finally available to stream at home since I didn't get a chance to see it in theaters, and it's the movie
Didn't we
I'm
watch
most.
that? It's
We
on
talked about
HBO.
it. Blue Heron? No, it's not. It's only on Fandango at home currently.
What's that
Are you
one we
talking about The
watched,
Boy
Paul?
and the Heron, the anime
The Boy
movie?
and the Heron. That's it. Yep, The Boy and the
Yeah,
Heron.
Blue Heron is not anime. It's a live action movie from this year. Yeah,
My
another
bad,
Canadian
listeners.
filmmaker
They're
that
gonna
I'm
they're gonna
interested
revoke
in.
my podcast license because I
Well, you
couldn't.
got the word heron right.
Yeah, totally.
What about you? What's next on your watch list? Anything you're really looking forward to getting in 2026 wise? You've
I'm
seen a
waiting.
lot.
I'm also waiting for a couple to come out. So as soon as Obsession's out, I'm watching that one. As soon as Backrooms is out, I found out Taylor is a spooky girl. I feel like I should know that, but I don't know.
You
I guess
just
I never
found this out,
asked.
out about your sister. She's 30 years old. Like you've
I
known
did.
her
I
your
guess
whole
I just
life.
never asked if she was like into spookies, and she's like, "No, I love spookies. Are you joking?" So
Hmm.
maybe we'll make a thing of it. Maybe we can invite her or something.
I don't know if I will ever have time, but I really would like to get Obsession in. If I have to go see it in theaters before we do our top movies of the year so far, because I feel like I'm going to be doing a disservice to myself
I
and our
know.
listeners if I haven't seen that one. But you know how hard it is for us to go to theaters sometimes. So
I know. We could do an Odyssey double feature.
I don't think John's going to want to stick her. I don't know if Obsession will still be in. Maybe it will. It's made so much money, but we've still got 3 weeks till the Odyssey, and I'm pretty sure John's not going to want to do that.
Oh no, he's not going to want to go at all. No, I'll tell you that right now.
Okay, so chit chat. We over with chit chat. Do we want to do your little game that you came up with?
Yeah, you want to play my game? You just
Sure.
have to say it as fast as you can. But you already thought about it. Oh, I shouldn't have written it down. Okay, what?
I thought you wanted like an explanation. You just want me to do a rapid fire. Just
Okay, go ahead and explain.
well, you're gonna ask
Coffee
the
or
question.
coffee or tea?
I really don't drink either. I guess if I had to pick, it would be tea, but I only really drink tea when I'm sick. I used to really enjoy coffee, but it makes me feel like my heart's going to explode, and I don't like feeling like my heart's going to explode. So, no.
Yeah, I didn't know you were done with coffee. I didn't realize that.
I haven't had coffee in I 8 or 9 years.
Surprised me. All right, beer or liquor?
Well, you know me, I'm a big hard liquor guy.
Give me a
Incorrect,
nice
just beer.
glass of vodka over ice.
Give me a Miller Lite and nothing else. That's my poison.
One thing you can't live without.
Katie?
That's sweet.
I would literally die. Who would make me food?
Well, you have other options for food, and I'm sure she's there for more than just giving you food.
Katie's there for more than food. I mean, it would be Katie or my dogs. Those are my two things that make my life worth living. And this podcast.
Oh, and you listeners. Sweet or savory?
Man, that is tough because it depends on the mood that I'm in, but I think I want to say savory. But I do love a good candy, you know? You know, I'm a big gummy cluster guy.
We love gummy clusters on this show.
Mhm.
City or country life?
City. I could never do country. I'd rather die.
I know.
Literally, I still have bug bites from just being up north. Like, we were just up there where people live and, like, bugs are everywhere. I want a Taco Bell within 5 minutes, no matter where I am. I want the hustle and bustle of the crowds. I want to be able to go to the ballpark, go to the concerts, go to the big movie theaters, even if the crowds suck. Yeah, city life.
I
for
like
sure.
how those were the things you were worried about, because when I think about the country, all I'm worried about is having a hospital like close to me.
Oh yeah,
And that's what I clock when we were, even driving up to go up north. I was like, there's no hospital. Where do they go for this hospital?
I mean, Traverse City.
Well, I always have tummy aches and stuff, so I just got to be like really aware. I got to be very mindful.
There's probably
Wh-
urgent cares
Where
closer.
am
I
I
don't
going to
know, but
shit next?
well, that's not a hospital. That's a bathroom.
No, I know, but I'm just saying that's also a problem. I'm adding that. Where am I going to
You
shit
just
next?
if you're on a road trip and you need to use the bathroom, you just look for the closest hospital. You're like, I'm not going to use the Starbucks bathroom. I want that hospital bathroom. It's much cleaner.
No, you'd be surprised. I'm very partial to like a McDonald's bathroom.
Yeah, fair enough.
What do you do to relax?
Read books. Nothing like just, Sunday afternoon, windows open, cracking a good paperback.
Cracking that spine. What are
Cracking
you
that
reading right
spine.
now?
It is a book called Children of Time. I don't really need to go into the entire plot of that book
Just
right now.
asking.
It's called Children of Time by Adrian Tchaikovsky. It's very good.
Interesting. What's your favorite board game?
My favorite board game is probably any iteration of Arkham Horror, whether it be Arkham Horror the board game or Arkham Horror the card game. I haven't played either of them in a while because they are quite time intensive. And Arkham Horror the card game I was playing with a friend who's no longer my friend, so that's probably just something I'm not going to play for a long time. But yeah, anything Arkham Horror. I love Arkham Horror. The whole Arkham universe I'm just obsessed with. So though it's a very long and like time consuming and rule intense game, so I will give a shout out to the game Wingspan, which Katie and I have been playing a lot lately. And it's quite fun because it's just you're picking some birds. You know birds? We both
I
hate
know
birds,
birds.
but
I fucking hate birds. What's your favorite video game?
Final Fantasy VII.
Why is that the best one?
Well, I have always been in love with the character of Aerith. It is the first one that I ever played, so it just holds a special place in my heart. And I think it's really the first video game where video game storytelling, for me personally, did something more than just like character runs across the screen this way. Like I was emotionally invested in that story,
Yeah.
at a young age, and yeah, it stuck with me for my whole life. So it will always be my favorite.
She's the one in the pink pants?
Pink
Brown hair,
dress.
pink pants? Okay.
Brown hair, pink dress. She wears a
Okay. She
dress.
was played by, I think, Mandy Moore in Kingdom Hearts.
She did, yeah, Mandy Moore did the voice of Aerith.
Okay, I'm right. I know who it is.
Mm-hmm.
I got it. I know the answer to this one. Dressed up or dressed down?
Oh, dressed up. You know
You
me. I
know
like
it,
my
33.
dressiest graphic tees. I mean, I don't mind dressing up a couple times a year if it's a nice event. We like to throw our Kentucky Derby party and put on some nice clothes, but I'm a casual guy. I like shorts and a t-shirt. That's my
I'm
ideal wear.
rarely ever casual. And in fact, when people say dress casual, I don't understand it and I won't respond to it. Right now, wearing a hot dog t-shirt is very casual, but it's because
Yeah.
I've just been so excited about hot dogs lately. We got the upcoming holiday. I'm just like ripping dogs. So I wanted to represent. And I was hoping that maybe I could go to a Tigers game.
You think you like trying to get one of our listeners to buy you Tigers tickets?
No, but what can I get from the listeners? Do you think that they'll just start giving me things at this point?
Matt Turner, Caitlin is very tiny. You could pretend she's one of your children and take her to a ball game. She would even pretend to be Sammy and have a catch with you.
Yeah, I look 12 and under. If I don't wear
Yeah.
makeup, maybe just put my hair in a pony. Yeah. All right. And then finally, show and tell.
Like, do I like showing things or do I like telling things?
No, you find something and you show and you talk about it.
Well, I feel like most things
Like at
in
school.
my room, like I tend to already show on the podcast.
Yeah, I know. It can't be Anne in a bag.
Yeah, I mean, in a bag, always at hand. I forgot that I ordered the 4K of Akira and it came in the mail. I pre-ordered it because it was on sale for like $10 or something, but it wasn't shipping for like 2 months, and then it just showed up.
I love those
So
kinds of surprises.
Paul's Physical Media Corner and another anime blind spot for me that I will watch hopefully soon.
Yes, after the heron, the blue heron.
Yeah. Do you have any show and tell, anything close by that you want to show?
Yeah, I got something actually. I don't know if I've ever showed this. Hey, what are you, some kind of Jedi? I've got a
Wow.
fucking Watto. Isn't
How
that
long have you
dope?
had that Watto for?
I think he came out in 1998, so
Oh,
probably
wow.
around
So-
1999.
and you're still just hanging on to him, and he's just at hand in your podcast recording studio.
Well, yeah, these are all the things that make me feel happy.
I'm glad
And
Watto
he
makes you
talks
feel happy.
apparently. He
Well, I'm
talks.
glad you've never opened him.
What do you think he says? Hey, Anakin.
I was going to
You
say
don't like
something
my-
about slavery or whatever, but
Yeah, you don't want that to be clipped. Be careful.
Oh.
You don't want that to be the one clip.
Well, I mean, you're the one walking around with a Watto and just making light of the guy that owns slaves, but whatever.
Hey, what do you mean?
Okay, so time to get into the movie.
Yes, please.
All right. Well, as I
Hey.
said, episode 33, we're doing Minority Report as voted on by our listeners. The cast of the film, which is directed by Steven Spielberg, obviously, is Caitlin's guy Tom Cruise as Chief John Anderton, Max von Sydow as Lamar Burgess, Colin Farrell as Danny Whitwer, the great grandson of Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitwer, Samantha Morton as Agatha Lively, Neil McDonough as Gordon Fletcher, Patrick Kilpatrick as Jeffrey Knott, Michael and Matthew Dickman as Arthur and Dash, the other precogs. I don't know, some other people. Lois Smith, Dr. Iris Hyndman, and Catherine Morris as Laura Anderton. John's estranged wife or ex-wife? I don't know. Someone.
Unclear.
It was his wife, but then they're not together. And yeah, that's the cast of the movie. And then also Tim Blake Nelson's in there too. So, do you want to tell us the plot of the movie Minority Report?
Okay. Listeners, this was a long movie. Bear with me, please. I'll do my best. Minority Report is a movie from 2002 that is set in 2054 and is loosely based on the Philip K. Dick novella The Minority Report. In this year of 2054, a pre-crime program is running in Washington, D.C., where three clairvoyant people, or precognitives, or we might refer to them as precogs, receive psychic visions about imminent murders. Police use this information from the visions to arrest people that are about to commit these horrible crimes before they actually do it. Those people are then put into a coma-ish, I guess, in some underground part of this facility where they're imprisoned forever. It's important to note, though, that the pre-crime unit has eliminated nearly all premeditated murders during the last 6 years, although sometimes people do still perform crimes of passion, which is what we see right off at the beginning of the movie. In Pre-Crime, we meet John Anderton, played by Tom Cruise, who joined the group after his son was abducted. He's clearly addicted to some future-type drug, and his wife has just left him. Like we said, they're just separated, maybe. I don't know if they're fully divorced yet or not. During this, DOJ agent Danny Whitwer, Colin Farrell, is tasked with auditing the pre-crime unit as it is about to go to a vote for people to see if they should make pre-crime a legitimate entity. While there, one of the precogs, Agatha, has a vision or a flashback of a woman drowning while John is there, and he learns through some digging that this woman is Anne Lively, who went missing shortly after her murder was prevented by the pre-crime unit. He also discovers that Agatha's portion of this crime is not saved in the files. Soon after, the precogs also get a vision that Anderton will perform a crime, killing a man named Leo Crow, a person he has literally never met. Anderton runs to avoid being caught by his now former team, knowing he does not know this person and would not perform this murder. In his fleeing, Anderson visits the doctor that created the pre-crime program, and learns that every once in a while a precog will see a different future than the other two, and this is known as the Minority Report. These reports are thrown away to avoid any issues and to maintain the reputation of the precogs as being always right. So if Anderson wants to prove he's innocent, he will need to get to the strongest precog, Agatha, to locate this in her mind. To get back to the pre-crime facility, though, he must not be seen. So in an attempt to change his retinas, Anderton finds a doctor that performs an eye transplant surgery, and he kidnaps Agatha, which essentially shuts down the hive mind since one of them is now missing. With the assistance of a hacker, Anderton reaches into Agatha's mind, but does not find the Minority Report. He does find the memories of Lively's death, though, so he takes those. Pursued by the pre-crime agents, John and Agatha track down Crow to a hotel room and find that he has a bunch of photos of children, including Anderton's missing son. Anderton accuses Crow of murder and almost shoots him before deciding and he instead wants to arrest him, going against the precog's vision and making his own choice. Crow then claims he was hired to do this and didn't actually take any of those kids or Sean. He begs Anderton to kill him, saying he needs to die to get the money for his family. Crow then kills himself, basically in the same way that they saw in the visions, but he's throwing himself out the window and not getting shot. Whitwer is still investigating this Lively murder and finds clues suggesting that she was in fact murdered. And upon reporting this to his director of pre-crime, Lamar Burgess, Burgess kills him, which is fine though because the precogs can't see anything right now, so he's not caught. Pre-crime officers then locate Anderton at his wife's house and arrest him for the murder of Crow and now Whitwer. During a discussion, Anderton expresses concerns to his wife about Lively and Burgess, to which she breaks him out of prison, and he's able to confront Burgess at the banquet where they are celebrating the launch of the pre-crime unit. Anderson reveals that Lively was Agatha's mother, who, although originally gave up custody of her, tried to reclaim her. Desperate to keep pre-crime going and Agatha's abilities, Burgess hired someone to kill Lively, knowing pre-crime would intervene. Burgess then killed Lively in the predicted manner, knowing that the precogs would basically disregard it as an echo of the first one and delete the record, which they did. Once Anderton began to investigate, Burgess arranged for Crow to pose as Sean's abductor to provoke Anderton to murder. The precogs predict that Burgess will kill Anderton at the banquet, but Burgess kills himself instead. In the end, pre-crime ends up being shut down. All the prisoners are pardoned and released, and the precogs move to a tiny little house in the middle of nowhere where they can live in peace.
Pretty good summary. I think you got a couple things wrong, but you're
Then
here
you
to.
need to start doing the plot overviews, bro. You make me talk for 20 minutes straight.
Yeah, I prefer it. The only thing I think you got wrong, I don't think they're putting like pre-crime to a vote. I think the government's just taking it over to go national. They're not like
Well,
voting
weren't they
on
putting
it.
it to a vote to go national or to make it legitimate?
No, I don't think so. I mean, not that I recall. I don't think. I think it was really just the government taking it over and deciding
Okay.
if. I mean, because they were
I
worried that
guess
they
my
were
precog
not
was
going to be in charge
incorrect.
anymore. Maybe. I guess that's what happens when your precog is just a little poodle that doesn't actually have any precognitive abilities.
Yeah, he didn't pay attention, to be honest. I gotta stop asking Charlie for advice on the movies.
All right, so here is where I'll get into some of the deeper Spielberg thoughts that I had because my notes are kind of shitty and just all over the place. I think doing this exercise for the first time of one director maybe it was a little bit much because I think with this being our fourth movie, the seams started to show for me a little bit. Like I could see behind the curtain a little bit, and it just wasn't as much fun for me. I want to say still giving this episode 110% like I always do, but this might be the least excited I've ever been to talk about a movie. Like, 3 days later, I don't know, this movie made almost no impression on me. Like, there's just not much I really even care to say about it, other than I'll just say right now, I didn't really care for it that much. I didn't think it was very good. Um,
But do you think that
I'm
you're saying that because we've done so many Spielberg, or, like maybe in a cup, if you had watched it without other Spielberg, you wouldn't be,
Maybe we'll never know.
or no?
We will never know. I largely didn't enjoy my time with this one. So thanks, listeners, for overwhelmingly voting for this one. Obviously, there's something that other people see in it that I did not. Those are my general thoughts about
Oh, okay.
Spielberg
I thought
month.
I thought you were gonna do some more.
I mean, I can keep saying
I
things I don't like.
we'll get to it. I did enjoy this, which I found surprising for myself. I thought it was quite interesting, and you'll hear through my notes is that um there was just a lot of things that I found to be like, a little movement moments. The other note that I wrote for just general thoughts was that there was no romance. Like, where
They
was
try
the
to shoehorn, but it's
romance?
so lifeless. Tom Cruise is just to me, and maybe this is just the baggage that we have with Tom Cruise, knowing that the guy's just a fucking weirdo. I don't know. He can't pull off romance. I guess in Color of Money, bought, I don't even know if I bought that as a romance, though. I feel like she was just using him. Like, yeah, he's got a wife in here, and then you see them back together at the end of the movie, and he's supposed to like miss his wife and his kid, but I don't buy any of it. Like, it's juiceless. There's
Yeah,
no heat between them whatsoever. Like I don't know. I think it might be a problem with Spielberg too. I don't know if Spielberg can do romance.
that's fair. That's fair. I have a hard time with Tom Cruise because I think he's so Mission Impossible. And it's like,
Hmm.
can he be anything but Mission Impossible? He tries, but he's almost just a cardboard cutout of a guy doing a karate chop. You know what I mean? It's like I just can't see him as anything else. And it almost just felt like just a natural progression, just they gave him a different name. Like he wasn't Mission Impossible, it just had a different
I
name.
actually, yeah, I think I have that in my notes too. But at the very least, with Mission, like I feel like Ethan Hunt's kind of a blank slate too, but slightly more interesting. There wasn't
Yeah.
that anything that interesting to me about John. Like I don't know, they were really trying to sell it that he was missing his dead kid, but I don't know. I had no emotional connection to that
Hey,
whatsoever.
Spielberg, did your parents get a divorce? Could you tell us? Because we don't see it. We don't get it. We're
Yeah.
not getting it. Yeah. I don't know. We'll talk more about it. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go
I
from
mean,
here?
there's some themes in the movie. I kind of just touched on them briefly because I feel like they're fairly obvious. I mean, like the theme of free will. If we live in a society where, I guess in the movie it's the precogs, but in our real world now, it's what the algorithms in AI. If they can predict what we're going to do we really actually have free will? It's an interesting question that like sci-fi movies and books have been grappling with for a long time, but for whatever reason, to me, it just didn't seem that interesting in this movie.
I like that you likened it to the algorithm on your phone. That is so I should have thought of that. But you're absolutely right because I watched one video of hot blonde goes to Chinese buffet and now all I get is hot blonde goes to Chinese buffet. Like
Sure, it's just one video.
I stopped for like 12 seconds barely and that's all I get. You know what I mean? So it's like, will
Yeah,
I ever see anything else? I mean, eventually I will, but it, it is deciding for you what it thinks you want. And then it tries to give you other things that it thinks that you want. And so even though this was 2054, it's almost like we're kind of living in a version of this movie already, which that was the part that interested me about Minority Report, not necessarily what like this story of him trying to get away or not get away from murder, but not be caught for a murder that he didn't do, or maybe they saw it wrong or whatever it was. It was all the stuff around it, like the world that they were living in, that really
yeah.
interested me.
It is interesting to think this is from 2002 and the things they got right about the future and what they were really off on. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I talked about this later, but one thing that they could not predict is the death of the mall
Oh yeah. Well, I
because
thought
malls are dead.
yes. No, I thought that was a fun part. Are you talking about him walking down the hall with all the ads, or him getting to the Gap?
Yeah, him going. I mean, it's still just like a functional mall when he's taking. Yeah, when he takes Agatha to the Gap and they're like running away from the pre-crime division and
Mm-hmm.
like they get the umbrella and like I don't know. That's like a fully a lively and just active mall, which is just not
Yeah.
something that really exists anymore. I mean,
And a
kind
guy
of, I
like
guess.
selling balloons. Like, what is this
Yeah.
Main Street Magic Kingdom? Burn. Got him. Going to Magic Kingdom in a few months. Uh on the topic of free will and versus the determinism, I also had that as a theme. And yeah, the big thing for me mostly was just like because they are predicting that these crimes are going to take place. It's like I almost just wonder like would they have taken place? Like if you had I don't know. Like that's what was so strange to me is that they're just arresting people for the rest of their lives based on something that somebody else saw.
Yeah.
Like that's such an insane way to do business to do like life. And so it's like in that case, was everybody just hiding? Was nobody like doing, and if you even thought about murder? Because like yeah, I've probably thought about giving a little one of these a couple times. am i
To
gonna
your
get
co-host.
am I gonna get pre-crime at my door because I just thought about choking you?
Well, no, because pre-crime doesn't exist yet, but maybe. I mean,
I
what if
feel
we're
like it's
able
on its way.
to make the AIs good enough that they? I mean, you remember? I hate to bring up Westworld. I feel like I've done that too many times, but I feel like Westworld's dealing with so many similar themes. But like when everyone like in order like the AI basically just predicts the job that you're supposed to have, and like that's what everyone does because the AI tells you that that's your future. And yeah, we
Mhm.
might be on our way to that future if anyone even has jobs anymore, if the AI doesn't just take all of our jobs away from us. So real dystopian shit.
Yeah. I also wrote down just kind of the idea of like, can you change your fate? And it reminded me a lot of the masterpiece A Knight's Tale starring Heath Ledger. Do
Haven't
you
seen
remember
that one.
that?
That's a blind spot for me. I
That
did own
was
the soundtrack for whatever reason, though.
it was a good soundtrack, but that was the big thing is he was born poor and, he was like, you're poor, you'll stay poor. But his dad always was like, no, you can change your stars. That was the line throughout the whole thing. Like, you can change your stars. So he like left the town and started trying to be a knight and like all that other stuff. But he had to hide that he was poor because obviously if you're poor, you got to stay poor. So, in the future, this future that they've created, is there that option to change your stars,
Yeah, that's a good question.
like if you're
Um,
just who you are, is that you forever?
yeah,
That's really
probably.
sad. It's really
I was
sad.
always just a podcast host,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess just we've talked about it a little bit already, but just like surveillance state and the things that we are willing, like the freedom we're willing to give up for the sake of convenience or security. Like
Didn't
the
you say
fact
that
that
last time too?
probably, I mean,
I feel like you said that to me.
well, like they're getting their eyes scanned everywhere, and is it that far removed from? I mean, how many like concert venues and stuff now, literally you get entry because they scan your face and let you in. Like it's not even
I
like
mean,
a
yeah,
ticket on your
TSA
phone, and
takes
like
TSA does the
yeah,
same thing. And
yeah,
then when you go to Disney, you have to use your fingerprint. And if your fingerprint won't scan, which mine won't because my nails are too long, they have to take a scan of your face.
yeah. So we're literally living in that future right now. 28 years before Minority Report's supposed to take place, we got
Yeah,
there. I
we
love
got
the
there
thing
fast.
about like all these dystopian movies where we see these things and they're like, oh yeah, that's terrible. And then someone out there's just like, hey, let's do that. Like, we know what's
Like, that's
wrong with
actually a
these
good
things.
idea.
And
Like,
we just literally, I don't know, when did Terminator come out? Like the 80s? And the machines have taken it, like the Matrix in the 90s. But we're just going to go straight ahead with AI. And like, we know the inevitable end game of all
yeah,
of
you
these
know the
terrible
bad that it can
decisions,
do. Why are we
and
still
we're still
heading
just
on
going to
that
do it
path?
anyway. And I think most people don't want to, live in a surveillance state. We all agree that that's bad, but
That
somehow we've
sucks.
got fucking flock cameras everywhere. And, yeah.
And bird
So
cameras.
what's a bird camera?
Like, the birds are not real, they're cameras.
Caitlin
Would
with
you call it a bird camera? A
yeah,
camera bird? What would you call it?
probably just call it a bird.
Well, yeah, just a bird. But yes, so listeners, in that respect, as we mentioned, everywhere that John Anderton goes, he is scanned, which is why he has to change his retinas because he will be found out and can't be let into the building. One of the funny but kind of scary sad was, as we mentioned, him walking down that hallway and it was just ads all over. And it was like, as he's walking, John Anderton, you need a Guinness. John Anderton, have you used have you used this product, as he's walking down? But it was like, and the person behind him would hear something different. They would hear their name.
Hmm.
It's kind of like at the airport, which I know they don't have the ads up, but even at our airport, you can set it up where it'll like scan your body and it'll give you kind of like AI arrows. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Just like arrows that you can see, but only you can see it. Have you heard of that?
The like clear thing or whatever it's called that you go
No,
in.
like
I don't.
once you get past TSA, like you
Yeah,
you
that
could fill
big,
out a
that white
thing.
thing. Oh,
Yeah, you could fill out a thing and it will tell you where to go, but only you can see it.
hmm. Yeah, I
I
don't
don't know
like
how
it.
they're doing it. I don't know how they're doing it.
So the theme of this movie that resonates with us the most is that we currently live in hell, and it's only getting worse.
And it's only getting worse. The last theme that I had to discuss was justice. Because like I said, I mean, they never actually did a crime, but they're getting a punishment almost even worse than somebody who, I mean, there are different degrees to murder, but, and then maybe you could help fill in the gap for me because they were in those kind of like tubes and they were in a coma state. Is that kind of what they're doing? And then they're just down there forever?
Yeah, I don't really get that. Like, why couldn't they just put them in jail? Did we abolish jails, but we just put people where we just like have people
Yeah,
on life
because
support for
that
forever?
would make me think, okay, I did this crime or I was about to do this crime. Could they get me out at some point? Am I now in like some sort of stasis where I could be pulled
Yeah.
out at any moment? Like,
Like, what
don't give
are
me
they
that
serving
hope.
a
Just kill me.
sentence
Yeah,
for?
just
Like, I
kill
don't
me
know.
then.
What is the sentence for maybe almost doing something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe
There's
crime.
a lot of yeah,
So then the question just
pre-crime.
arises, like, is there real justice if no crime is ever done? Or is it ethical even to charge someone with a crime that they never actually committed? I mean, obviously we're doing it every day. People go to jail for crimes that
Well,
they did not
sure.
commit all the fucking time, but there's no justice in that.
Well,
I
and
wouldn't even
people that we
feel
know
like
commit
justice was being
crimes.
given.
Yeah, there's
I
no
committed a crime
consequences.
last week.
What was it?
I downloaded a movie.
Okay, well, we're cutting that part out. We're not admitting that on the podcast. There's a line even I won't cross.
How dare you?
Yeah, I guess the same with Disclosure Day. I do think he's also touching on just the idea of power and who gets to have that power, and I guess who gets to deliver justice, and the lengths we will go to in order to keep that power. Because as it turns out, Lamar is the secret bad guy, and he's willing to
Murder.
commit murder. Like, he's willing to do the thing that he's so much against and like sell out one of his, I think, closest friends. I mean, I think I get the impression that him and Tom Cruise are supposed to have a fairly close, like, father and son kind of relationship, because I think he calls him like my
Sure.
boy at the end or whatever.
My boy.
And he's willing to cross every line just to be the one in charge of this program. So
Yeah, and to
that.
keep it going, because I think that
Hmm.
was his big motivation, was that the precogs can never be wrong. And if they
Yeah.
are wrong, like, we lose the program. So that's why they're always right. And that's why that narrative is always right. We believe what the cogs say, no matter what. And I would just like to say, as somebody who went through 2 classes for pre-law, but actually never did it, what happened to being presumed innocent?
Yeah, but
What about the
that's why
right
they
to a
have to.
fair trial?
They have to know without a shadow, like, the precogs can't be wrong. So, if they're not wrong, then this murder was going to happen. So they don't
I
have to be presumed
object.
innocent. Okay,
Habeas
well,
corpus.
we're next month is law movies, and we're gonna get Caitlin's pre-law take on everything that we watch.
Took like 1 class. Do you have any other themes?
Not really. I think the free will and surveillance and, like, I don't know, just the dystopian. You could say this was a warning sign, and we ignored it.
And we're gonna ignore it. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
actually gonna just ignore that.
We
Yep.
ignored it and we'll continue to ignore it.
Well,
So cast.
yes. Well, my general note was that I felt like everybody played the roles really kind of more realistically than like a science-y kind of thing, I felt. And I felt like it helped to ground the film a little bit more. And you'll hear and already have heard, I just think that this one is a little more realistic of a film for all of its not realistic stuff. We're closer to this than we are, a lot of the other things that we've talked about with the movies. All that to say, Tom Cruise, he's just an action guy. Like, he's cut out to do these actiony type roles. Then this has nothing to do with him as an actor, but he's more like, he does these stunts for real. Like, he does real stuff. And I think having him in a future setting where, like, I'm thinking of that scene where he's jumping from car to car, and like, obviously a lot of that was special effects. And I feel bad because he didn't actually get to jump from car to
Yeah.
car. You know,
He wanted to.
he wanted to jump from car to car so bad. He really did. And he
Yeah.
made me feel a little bit of sympathy for him too, I guess. I'll give him that. Had
Ah.
sympathy for him.
I mean, I feel bad if anyone's kid gets kidnapped and murdered, but I don't know. I didn't really feel that much sympathy. You could have not had that in there, and I would have probably felt the exact same way about the character. So I guess I just wasn't really buying it. But I was happy that he got to run, because he got a lot of running scenes in, and
Got a lot of good
Tom
running.
Cruise loves a good running scene, and there's no
Got a
better
lot of good
runner in
running.
movies
Yep.
than Tom Cruise.
Great in running. And I
And
just wrote
largely,
he needs a plane to jump off of. That was my note.
yeah.
Like, where's his plane jump moment?
And Tom Cruise is a good actor when he wants to be. See the movie Magnolia, which maybe we'll watch one day for this podcast. I don't know. It's one of my favorite
Oh,
movies
that's
of all
on
time,
my
and
my
probably
watch list.
Tom Cruise at his finest as far as acting goes. And maybe we're going to get a good performance from him later in the year with Digger. It does seem like he's going for a performance instead of just stunts. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I know Tom Cruise can act. And it's not like he's bad here. It's not his fault. I just didn't connect with the
Maybe a
character
Tom Cruise
at
month.
all.
We can watch Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, we could do that. You love Kubrick. 2001 was one of your favorite
Sexy.
movies.
No, it wasn't.
Everyone else was fine, but I feel like Tom Cruise is really the only like okay, I guess yeah, Colin Farrell, but even there was something about early Colin Farrell that like he had so much
Doesn't seem like
swagger.
Colin Farrell.
Yeah,
It's
like
not the current Colin Farrell. That's a
the
different
current
guy.
Colin Farrell's kind of like a little bit more like beaten down by life and like just like
Yeah.
I'm still Colin Farrell and like a cool dude, but like yeah, I don't know if you just think of like the Banshees of Inisherin or whatever, like
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know. His cockiness and just like it didn't rub me the wrong way. It wasn't like he was bad, but it was weird seeing him.
No, it
It's
just
just
felt
yeah,
different. It's
yeah,
just a different guy. Maybe that's the
yeah,
shell of Colin Farrell. All I wrote was like I literally had no idea that he was in this. I'm going to be honest with
yeah.
you.
I've
I've heard of
honestly
Minority
forgot to.
Report. I had no idea this guy was in it. Did he give a memorable performance? No.
It
Was he
was okay.
fine? Yes.
Yeah, everyone was okay. I did think Samantha Morton was pretty good. I guess I was looking at her filmography. I'm not super familiar with what she did after this, but as far as like, yeah, giving a performance to, I don't know, she really creeps you the fuck out.
Yeah, she's really eerie. Yeah.
Yeah, she was good at that. I don't know if it was the juiciest role. I'm not sure any of the roles are really juicy here, but she did a good
Yeah,
job and I enjoyed her
not
performance.
super meaty. I wrote down her as enjoying her performance, but more so once she came out of the milk
Yeah,
and just kind of, walking around and having trouble walking and being scared of literally everything. Um, I would like to know more about her life before she got into the milk. I'd actually
or
like to
even
know all
after.
about it. Yeah, or they're probably just gonna sit there and read books, it looks like.
That sounds great. I would go live with them. Yeah, I think I would have liked this movie more if she'd come out of the milk before, and the movie had centered around like I don't know this unlikely duo trying to escape from these forces. Like that movie would have
That's
been interesting
something.
to me because I thought the movie I don't know it was at its best when it was just the two of them like trying to
Uh-huh.
make it in the world. Um, everyone else, this movie. I feel like it's a lot of TV act. Like there's just no star power in this movie. This is
There
like a
was not.
big budget movie that made a lot of money, and like Neil McDonough's good. He's a good actor, but I know him primarily from like the show Arrow on the CW. So seeing just like these like I don't know these people that I don't really just think of as stars or like and like I don't know whoever played Tom Cruise's wife. Um, Gosh, yeah, Catherine Morris. I think I looked at her filmography and she was on a TV show. Yeah, she was on the TV show Cold Case for 156 episodes, but I don't even know what that is for a show that ran 156 episodes. Just, yeah, I don't know.
I wonder what
I
that
don't mean to
mindset
be.
was for casting.
I,
Like, let's just get Tom Cruise and hopefully that's enough.
yeah, maybe it was 2002 and they thought some of these people could have been stars. I don't know. Maybe it's just us looking back at it 24 years later and seeing like no one else's career really panned out other than Tom and Colin.
Yeah, maybe hoping that this will be their jump off point.
Yeah, and I guess Tim Blake Nelson, I obviously know who he is, and he's a really good actor. But so speaking of Tim Blake Nelson, I think one of the things that I just kind of bounced off of like this movie, I feel like I don't know. Thinking back to Frankenstein, how I said Jacob Elordi and Oscar Isaac were in two different movies. I think some of the actors in this are just like in a weird dystopian, like cyberpunk futuristic movie. Like the Tim Blake Nelson character, the guy that plays the doctor, the drug dealer at the beginning of the movie. They're just like yeah, really going with this like weird futuristic thing, and then everyone else is kind of playing it straight and the total
Yeah.
mishmash like it
Mhm.
just yeah didn't I didn't enjoy that. Like
I see
commit
what you're
to
saying.
one thing or the other.
I almost thought right with the drug guy, I thought this would be kind of like a Fifth Element thing. Like,
Yeah. Oh, that's a
you
good.
might
So I've never
see
seen that,
aliens
but I kind of
around or
know.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I agree with
And
it.
Tim Blake Nelson's such a good actor, and like it just him he was the jail guard guy that's playing the organ or whatever, and I
He
whatever
got
he
like
was
8
doing with that
minutes of screen
performance,
time.
I don't even know if it was that much. It was just like it was so
Yeah.
over the top and campy, and not everyone else is playing it very campy. Not good for me. And yeah, we talked about it earlier, but I said just no heat with the wife. I hope you guys stay divorced.
That's and he's watching all those videos of her. It was more sexual in those throwback videos than it
It
was
was.
any
It really
time that they were
was.
on screen. She's like, if you just come right now and put the camera down, I'll make it worth your while. More of that. Let's have some
Yeah.
more of that. Do you want to go to plot?
Anything? Yeah. Do you have anything else on the cast? You good?
Nah. Nah, move to plot.
Okay, so I think with a movie that is essentially a mystery, it hinges on the fact of like whether or not the reveal of the mystery is any good. And I really thought like, okay, it could either we could be playing this straight and it's Colin Farrell that's framing him, but that's the obvious answer, so it's probably the old guy. Like who else was it going to be? Like it wasn't that
Mm-hmm.
surprising at all to me when it was
We
like,
didn't
oh
have enough
yeah,
characters to
this
work
guy's
with.
crooked. Yeah, so I think that's where I've got a myriad of problems, but it just yeah, the reveal wasn't very interesting to me.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna go, well, if we're starting with that ending, the reveal situation, I mean, I was a little surprised, right? You thought it was one thing. You thought this crow guy took the kid, he's gonna shoot him. End of movie. No, wait, there's more. And then they go into the Whitwer situation, and it's like, okay, wait, it's Whitwer. No, wait, there's more. So they got me. They crossed and double crossed. Yeah, I thought it was
I guess
effective.
I was just kind of like the reveal just seemed I don't know, it's even like Whitwer says it, this is too good to be true. Like you don't catch a guy with just evidence lying. Like it
Hmm.
seemed like that was just a misdirect, so I wasn't surprised when it was a misdirect. Maybe this is just me being cynical or I've watched too many mystery movies or something. I don't know.
It is fair to say that it was too easy. It is fair to
Yeah.
say that.
It's just not a very complicated or that interesting of a plot, and maybe that's a problem that we're running into with Spielberg movies. Maybe, like this and Disclosure Day, when the movies are like more adult in nature, I feel like maybe Spielberg is better when it's like there's some
It's more of that
kids at the center
magical
of the movie.
ET
Yeah, I
kind
mean,
of,
even Jurassic
Jaws
Park.
or Jurassic Park. That's where I think he really
Yeah,
shines. The
yeah,
magic of it, as opposed to let's weave this very intricate world of confusion, and there's precot in this and all this stuff, and you don't even know what's going on. And let me try to make it end. Oh wait, and here's a different ending. Oh wait, here's a different ending. Like,
yeah.
how about just a
Um,
cute little squishy alien?
I
Let's go
like a
back to
cute
that.
little squishy, maybe wet, maybe dry alien, maybe moist. Who
We're not
knows?
sure. We asked that
So.
question first. Theme on screen asked the question first.
Mhm.
Is he wet?
I tried to research this and I didn't do a very thorough job because I think it's fairly obvious, but the three precogs names, there's Arthur, Dashiell, and Agatha. I thought because this movie is basically combining sci-fi, noir, and a mystery, I assume they're named after Arthur C. Clarke, Dashiell Hammett, and Agatha Christie. I thought that was
That's what it
intentional.
said.
Where did you see that?
IMDb.
Okay, I didn't go to the IMDb. I
Yeah.
literally Googled what was the significance of the names, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just saw a
Well, they
thing that
said
said,
it. So, I mean, I think it's an open thing where anybody can update it, but
okay.
somebody agreed with you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's like, I don't know. I don't think I'm amazing for figuring that one out, but I did think it was kind of cool that they, you know, shined a bit of a light on the references.
Sure.
You've never read a book before, but Agatha Christie, her books are really short and
I
they're
know
good
Agatha
mysteries.
Christie. I don't know the other two. Look, this isn't a book
Dashiell,
podcast.
it is. This is now a book podcast. Dashiell Hammett did what is it? Maltese Falcon? Is he? Maltese Falcon. We should watch that movie. Let me read. Yeah, I can't find his. Yeah, Maltese Falcon. Then some other ones that you probably haven't heard of, and the Thin Man.
What'd you
Nope.
say, Tin
Okay,
Man?
Thin Man.
Tin Man from Wizard of Oz?
The Thin Man.
Y-
Follows the characters Nick and Nora Charles. So The Thin Man is actually a very funny movie. I don't know how close it is to the book because I feel like the book might be more serious. But The Thin Man, and it turned into like a whole franchise. And I've only seen the first one, but if we ever do another classic movie, it's one of my favorites because it's a really, really funny movie.
Okay. Well, we're doing Minority Report.
Okay, sorry.
I don't know if you forgot.
We're just talking about movies, Caitlin. It's a movie podcast. We can talk about whatever movies we want.
We're just movie
We're just
driving
movie
around.
guys.
Said it before, I'll say it again. I just think that this movie was a little too real for me. I think we are well on
Too
our
real.
way. Yeah, it was just like we're well on our way to a lot of this stuff happening. I mean, how many people have gotten arrested without any due process, without just, you know, putting their hand in water? People are getting arrested. It's crazy out there. On top of that, I think, like you said, we are 2 steps away from ads just being, they're already in our face all the time.
They're already in
And
our faces.
it's just going to get worse from here. And and that scares me because there's moments that I'm like, looking at my computer maybe or like for work, and I just instinctually pick up my phone because it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and so why do I need 2 screens? And then I have my movie going on over here. I've got 3 screens going on at the same time, and that's still not enough. I'm
I'm checking my
losing.
phone right now.
Yep, you're checking your phone right now. I'm losing, like, my patience, like, I'm losing my what do you call that? Paying
Your
attention,
ability to
my
be
attention
bored,
span.
attention span.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, let's go back to
Yeah.
being bored. I'm hearing all these, like, people online are doing, like, 90s summer, so they're just, like, swimming in the pool, making sandwiches with Doritos
Watching
smushed into them,
Nicktoons.
Nicktoons, drinking a Capri Sun, bro. Like, I think we need to maybe once a week, we just go back to the basics. Go back to the basics. Get yourself an Ecto Cooler, go out into the
Hell
pool.
yeah.
Don't come in until the sun goes down because you can't because you're wet and your mom will get mad at you and the air conditioning's on. So it's going to be really cold when you come back in with a wet butt and you can't get your bathing suit back up.
Well, I'm not going to stay at my parents' for an entire day, but I will spend some time hanging out at. So it says a homemade recipe for Ecto Cooler combined 4 parts of tapioca citrus punch with 1 part Minute Maid lemonade. And then add some green food coloring. Okay, I'll make some Ecto Cooler. I'm down with that. Are you
That's
down with
almost
some
too
Ecto Cooler
easy.
this
Oh,
summer?
I'm down with Ecto Cooler, bro.
Okay.
I am
See,
down
something
with
good
it.
has come from this
Rips.
podcast. Thanks,
Yeah.
Stephen. We are giving ourselves diabetes probably by drinking Ecto Cooler in the pool all day. But you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna feel like little kids again.
Can we
Anyway,
spice
what
it
was
up
the
a
plot
little
of this
bit?
fucking movie?
You think a little
So,
vodka?
you can. Um, I have to say, what was the plan? Like, again, like with Disclosure Day, I feel like it just kind of falls apart. And I don't want to be the people that are like, let's just look for plot holes in movies. But from how I understand it, the government is there to oversee and take over the program so that it can go national.
Hmm.
How is it go? Like, if these 3 people can only like, how do the precogs work? I guess they're only servicing Washington D.C. and then they're going to be servicing the entire country. They don't have more precogs.
That's true.
Like,
Where are they going to find more precogs? They can't do the whole, they would just be
they're just
getting
going to drug
boom, boom,
people.
boom,
Yeah.
boom. You know, all those balls would be falling out like crazy.
Well, and if it's even the case that it's going to be national, like, wouldn't you want the government to assist and help you? Like, why does it matter if these 2 people control the program? And then, his plan was basically he's going to sell out his agent so that people see that pre-crime's so good that they'll even turn on one of their own, and they're going to like him enough to keep him in charge. Like, does that actually make sense?
We'll literally cut our own employees. That's how much we care about you.
I mean, I still think the government would just step in and take over because it's going to be affecting the entire country and not just Washington, D.C. anymore. It's not like he just had such a great scheme that I guess you kind of mentioned that he did it because, like, Tom Cruise was starting to unravel the truth about Agatha's mom. But would he have really even gone down that road if this whole thing hadn't happened? Like, I guess maybe Agatha was causing some of it to happen because she wanted her mom. But I don't know. The plan's just bad.
But also, because of Anderton losing his son, he had that soft spot. So seeing Agatha, unraveling about not having her mother and those kind of visions coming back to her, I think that's why the son needed to get kidnapped. Now that I'm thinking about it, he needed to have that empathy for a small child losing their parents to be able to do this.
I guess. I mean, I see how you're connecting those dots and it makes sense, but did I feel it in here? Not really. I don't know.
It's
It
okay
just
if you
kind of
didn't
like
feel it. That's
they
okay.
needed to get from point A to point B, so they tell you that, and it's just, I don't know.
Well, I think all that to say, pre-crime, the division's just not sustainable.
It's
There's
not.
just not enough people to do this job, and it would take years of training. So they got to think of that. Like, you can't just get somebody in those gloves. And I'm doing it right now.
Isn't it just like basically an Oculus Rift? You're just you're scrolling through your screen. It's like using your phone. I'm just flipping through. Oh,
I'm
look.
doing it right now.
I'm zooming in. I'm zooming in.
Okay, but you
Um,
can't be on your phone.
Matt got a new release for his bow, though. Cool.
So
That's really all I have to say about the plot, man. I just didn't think it was very good.
I feel bad.
Did you like it?
I
You
didn't
feel
hate it.
bad for
Like I said,
Steven?
I didn't. Yeah, I just feel like this just isn't his nuts and bolts. I like him
Oh,
more I like whimsy. I like a little
yeah.
whimsy from him.
I
And I'm
agree.
not
I do
mad at
too.
the listeners. Listeners, I'm not mad at you. I'm thankful that you guys took part in our little uh into our little poll. Sometimes you got to watch one that just doesn't hit.
I mean, it's not the first time we've watched a movie we didn't like. It probably won't be the last time. That's part of this great experiment, right? Some things just aren't for us.
Yeah, a lot of movies that we've watched so far haven't been for me. Do you have any favorite moments though? Anything that stood out to you? Maybe something?
So I do. We call this cinematic and favorite. So favorite, yeah, I did think the jetpack fight scene into um, the like car factory fight scene with Colin Farrell, like when they're on the beam fighting. I didn't think it lasted nearly long enough, and I guess Steven Spielberg just really isn't as much of a like I don't know. He's not a fight choreographer, so I was hoping that was going to be a little more interesting. But overall, it was pretty cool, and the jetpack fight scene was. I think that's having these unique visual ideas and being able to pull them off. That was really cool, and he did a good
Mm-hmm.
job with that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I did want to say, cinema wise, I didn't really know where else to put this. One, I just think this movie looks like shit. I think it looks like it's 2002. I get it. The CGI is kind of bad, and I heard on the rewatchables that he did tell the cinematographer that he wanted it to be kind of like his dirtiest looking movie ever. But like,
Yeah, that was on IMDb.
yeah, okay, well, Bill
That
Simmons
was
and
there
Chris
too.
Ryan said it too, but like I truly just think it looks off like that bleached out look, it looks so bad. It's so visually unappealing to me
I
and
don't understand dirty. Like I don't understand that. Like unclean?
but it's not even yeah, I don't like I feel like something like I don't know, Blade Runner looks dirtier and gives you a more grimy example of what the future could be. It just looked bad. I don't like if
Yeah.
they wanted it to look dirty, I don't know why they had to like saturate it with white and
No, you're right. It was just blown out.
yeah.
Just blown out.
So and yeah, the CGI is just bad. And I feel like something like ET, yeah, we know that that kid's not flying in the air with an alien. And right now they could probably do a better job and make it seem more
But
realistic.
I don't
But
want them
something about
to.
that, yeah, like that in Close
I
Encounters,
don't
the
even want them
like
to clean it up.
early CGI doesn't bother me. This just, I don't know, something about it. It just does not look good.
Like even him jumping from car to car,
Yeah,
that looked
it just looked
bad.
bad. The
Just
cars driving like the weird
like up
futuristic
and
highway
down.
system that
Yeah.
are also part of buildings or whatever. It looked bad. It wasn't visually appealing at all. And I
Hmm.
think that's what we like about Spielberg is some of the like, those visually arresting shots that we've come to know from him. Even I think Disclosure Day had some and this
Hmm.
movie's just ugly. It's really,
Yeah.
really ugly.
I wrote down the cars because I just thought that it was kind of cool how they thought they would be in the future. You said at the beginning, like, the things that they got right and like kind of the things that they got wrong about where we are right now. I
Hmm.
don't think cars will be doing that anytime soon.
Yeah,
Not at all. But
we can't
I
get
just thought it was
buses.
interesting the way that their minds worked. Like, that's what they'll
Yeah.
do. Let's put that in. That's what they'll do.
I mean, it's kind of, an interesting thought because as, population increases and we've got more buildings, like, what if you put
You
the
got to
road
build
on
up.
the building? Yeah.
Just got to build it up.
But here we are.
I did enjoy the opening scene. I thought that jumping us right into the action was
Yeah, that
helpful.
was cool. That's a good
Um,
Spielberg kind of like
yeah, because
table setter.
they never really over explain and honestly, like
Hmm.
we've said in on different episodes, past episodes, these newer movies do over explain because they know you're not paying attention. The good thing
Hmm.
about these movies from the olden days is that okay, yep. The good news about these movies from the olden days is that they're not over explaining it and they want you to pay attention and learn for yourself.
Hmm.
So by throwing us right into the action, they throw us into a crime that's about to happen, show you exactly how it works. The ball comes down. The whole team goes. They go to get him. He's trying to murder his wife with scissors because he left his glasses and she is cheating on him. So he's gonna give her the old. I
She wasn't
enjoyed
good
that
at
opening.
cheating on him. Like,
She was not great, not a great cheater.
I don't know. Why did that guy like wait 20? Why was he standing in the park across the street just waiting to come in? Like, you guys
Yeah.
are not being very subtle right
And
now.
then, not in the bedroom. Not the bed. Not the bed. I'm like, girl,
Yeah.
shut up. Uh, but anyway, all that to say, and I did think that the movie did better in those scenes where they were in kind of more of a real life situation. They were not in the city. The city was where it looked the worst to me. But
Yeah.
when they went to like, they were in, small town outside of DC proper. And then even when he went to go see the first doctor and she was out in the middle of the woods and you saw the plants, it looked better. It wasn't great. It just, at least it looked a little more organic, I guess.
Yeah. Real life looks better.
Real
Even
life
though we're
looks
both
better.
city people.
Shit, I'm just a shitty gal.
We don't want to
And then
live
I
in that
wrote
country
down,
house.
nope. I wrote down the eye surgery part. I thought there was a couple like they were trying to do a little comedy, a little funny in there. But it was like you said, a completely different place almost. It was like
Yeah.
that gritty underground that they were probably trying to get to, but it wasn't working because maybe in the future there are different areas where it's more of like that pristine kind of museum looking, everything's silver, everything is making a zoom, zoom noise. And then you get underground where the dirty, grimy aliens live that are selling you drugs and
Yeah.
cutting your eyes out. It's a different place. But I didn't hate that part.
Well, I didn't enjoy it. I didn't think it was funny. I thought the characters were just kind of irritating, but I'm
Well, what
glad you
about when
liked
he
it.
said, I left a sandwich for you, but there was also like 8 other sandwiches that were all moldy and disgusting in the fridge? It was terrible.
That was just gross, honestly. I mean, that's definitely a thing that gives me the ick is seeing moldy food.
Ugh, I know. I know. I like seeing moldy food because I like the science of it. I'm always interested to see, but like the smell of something, like you open up an old cream cheese, you're like, no, it's good. I could still use it. And
No.
then it just wafts out. Well, how about the spider bots? That was kind of
Those
fun.
are cool.
Those
Those are
those
cool.
spider bots were cool. I thought that was an interesting way and to get that point across, but it was really scary because that's also something I think that if they're not working on it already, they will be, like,
Yeah. Well, and it was
coming up in your
interesting, I
house and
think,
scanning you.
showing how the people kind of just accepted it, like,
Oh, yeah. She said, "Just
mid
lay down."
thrust was yeah, mid thrust while they're doing it,
Mhm.
like they just stop real quick to let the spiders scan them and then they
The
get back
most
to
romance
boning.
that we
Like,
saw in the movie.
yeah, like the people that are just having a fight and then they, stop their
Mhm.
fight for like just letting that kind of thing become commonplace. It's something that we shouldn't do, everyone.
Nope. Fight back on that.
Fight the system.
Smash those spiders. Yeah, even like
Smash
the
the
mom with
flock
the
cameras.
even the mom with the little kids, and she's like, "Just lay still. Just wait, and then it'll
Hmm.
leave. It'll leave." And that's the thing is making that kind of shit commonplace. We're getting into a dystopian future already. I feel
Yep.
dystopian. I feel like a dystopian little alien.
Me too. I think just talking about this movie made me feel worse than when we started this podcast.
Great. That's
We did it,
great.
Kaylin.
Sorry, listeners.
Isn't that our
Um,
goal to just bring everyone down every week with our.
enjoy. And I already mentioned it, but the personalized advertising, I put it that it was a favorite moment, but I just thought it was a standout moment. The only problem with the future that they put together that I have is that Aquafina is still in existence because that water sucks. Why is Aquafina still a thing? We should have eradicated that.
I don't. Is Aquafina that bad? It's water.
It tastes weird.
I does it? I mean, it's we shouldn't just be buying water bottles. Like, what water comes from your tap or get a Brita pitcher. Water bottles are a waste of
In the
plastic.
future, we don't use Brita filters, okay? We obviously used all the water natural. We're making this
In the
water.
future, we've taken all of the things out of the water to make it clean because we let RFK Jr. run things.
Is that a good impression? And then last but
Well,
not least, Anderton and Agatha running through the mall, like you mentioned.
yeah, I like
Malls
that. I liked
are
everything with them.
malls are not here anymore, but they were in 2054 in Spielberg's world.
You know what
Um,
I did think was funny though? Like, so she has him hide behind the balloons, but then and so they do get away for like 5 seconds, but then they're spotted like 5 seconds later, and they have to
but
run
they
outside to
bought
put the
5
umbrella up.
seconds.
Sure, but they could have just run outside. I don't know. Did the rain just start when they ran outside? I'm not sure. It was just. Ugh. I'm
I
trying not
would
to be too much of a downer
I
here.
would also be interested to know how old Agatha was supposed to be. I don't think that they said, but he was kind of just like carrying her like a little child.
Well, I mean,
Like,
she had trouble walking. She did spend a
well, I
lot of her
know she
time
did,
submerged in
but
milk.
how old was she supposed to be?
She read a lot younger. Like, I was surprised. And I know this was 2002. But just, yeah, Samantha Morton's 49 years old now. I was surprised that she's older than me. Like, I don't know. She just read younger.
Sometimes women age really well.
And did you know her child, Esme Creed Miles, is also an actress that's going to be in the upcoming adaptation of Sense and Sensibility? Well, now you do.
Do you have any other favorite moments? Or I guess
No,
unfavorite?
we covered. No, nothing else I need to make fun of that much.
Okay, and then on to the ending. We'll wrap this little guy up. I wrote that I just felt like I think it was just too hopeful. Like
Yeah,
that's not would it really work out like that? Like you said, Whitwer saying like this can't be wrapped up this easily or whatever the fuck he said.
yeah.
Like it just was it was too clean. It was just too
It
clean.
was. I just wrote weak. Like for a
Weak.
dystopian dark movie, like they just give us this. Oh, they're back together and she's pregnant. They've replaced their dead kid with a new. Like, what the fuck was that? What
No,
bullshit?
I think I said out loud like, "Oh, come on."
Yeah.
Or like, "Oh, of course." Like, "Of course she's pregnant." Like, "Come on, man.
It was just wrapping
Everything's
everything
fine.
up in
Don't
it.
worry."
And yeah, the precogs are just living on this nice little no government in the world is trying to get them back. And they're just left alone in their, yeah, Russia's not coming to kidnap them. Sure.
But why do they even have to stay together either? Because aren't the two are twins? She's not related to them. Just like let
Yeah, I
them
don't know.
live. Like let them grow their hair back in peace.
Yeah, it was, it was a dumb ending.
I did see a theory though, online that some viewers think that this was all a dream. They think that after John is imprisoned with the
Using the
Halo
Halo
device,
thing.
yep,
Yeah.
a prison worker tells him that inmates experience visions where all their dreams come true. And then after that, the rest of the movie unfolds almost perfectly. So I guess there's like a theory that this was all of his dream.
I mean, that's cool, but I don't think, I don't know. I like things like that are kind of like, oh, this could be what's actually happening in the movie, but it's not actually. I guess if it's true, I want it to be made implicit, like, or at least
Like he wakes up
that's
at the
just
end or something.
so even in Inception, say that you don't get an answer, you don't know if that top ends up falling down or if it just keeps spinning. At least you know that something's going on, and like the whole like, oh, maybe this is just a Halo dream. It's just kind of like background. I don't know. It's never made implicit in the movie. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe it all. So, I mean, the thing is to like basically put these people in a coma that they can't separate from reality and give them the best time of their life. That's their punishment for thinking about
Yeah,
killing
honestly,
someone.
low
Like,
key.
sign me the fuck up. That sounds awesome.
Doesn't sound that bad. Doesn't
You don't
sound
have
that
to. You
bad.
don't have to go to work anymore. You just kind of get to live out your dreams.
Yeah.
Or someone. Jesus.
I'm thinking about it right now.
Still me.
It's still you. Do you have any other
We're good
ending
friends.
thoughts, or we
No,
can move
I
to
got to
do you have any
everything.
miscellaneous?
That's where I just wrote that maybe 4 movies in a row was a bit too much, and we were going to do 5 too until I had to take a vacation a week. So that was a
Yeah,
lot,
too.
guys. I don't know if we're gonna. I mean, maybe we'll do another director month sometime, but I like sticking to just a theme that's not a person and getting to experience a variety of movies. I think that's the right choice.
But I think that it also helped us learn more about Steven Spielberg
Yeah, for sure,
and
for sure.
see how he, tries to experiment, and how that theme of his parents getting a divorce just kind of runs
Yeah,
rampant through all of these movies.
it sure does.
My last miscellaneous thought, and I'll leave you guys with this, is that if this truly is the future, call me the doctor that he saw first, and I'm just going to be with my plants. I'm taking no visitors. Like, just leave me alone. I'm just watering my plants.
Just give me some of that, like, whatever drug he's huffing, and I'm not even sure what that drug really
I thought he
does,
had
but
asthma at first. I did
that's what
not
it
realize
seemed
that
like.
was a drug. I was
That's
like,
probably
oh,
what
he
it was.
can't breathe.
It's just his
There's just
inhaler. He's not even really on drugs.
the air quality is so low here. All right, dogs. I mean,
What a
I'll
month.
say I usually leave you guys with kind of a watch or don't watch. I'm going to leave it up to you. I
I
think
mean,
after all that, I'd say right
a
here,
lot of
just,
people really do seem to like this movie, and I'm not one of them. So for me, it's a no. But I don't know.
all right,
You can
you
do
got to
whatever you
know
want, or
and a do what you want.
give Caitlin $200 on our Patreon, and she will tell you whether or not you should watch the movie.
We don't have it yet, but my Venmo's always open. Do you have any non-movie shout outs?
I've got a little one. I want to give a shout out to my good little dog, Baby
A teeny?
Buster. he's having such a hard time with all the fireworks going off lately, and he just wants to go hide on our landing. But last night I was like, "Hey, Buster, do you want to just come upstairs and we can get in bed?" And he came upstairs instead of hiding on the landing. So just being real brave,
It's
and
just a
I'm
baby.
really proud of you, Buster. I know those fireworks are really hard to deal with, but you're a good guy. And he did good his first time being boarded this weekend when we were up north, and they
Oh,
said he
good.
was such a sweet little angel.
They said Angel.
They said he was just really nice and loving.
He's a friendly guy.
He's a really friendly guy,
He's got it
overly
in him.
friendly sometimes, but he
Yeah,
loves people.
he's got it in him. I don't have any non-movie shout outs. Nobody impressed me this week.
Yeah, I feel that.
I'm actually severely unimpressed. All right, what's next month, Paul?
Next month, we are celebrating the release of the Odyssey, so we're going to be doing historical epics and or movies inspired by the Odyssey, aka Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Which I think is going to be our next one. Did you look at the schedule? Did you want to do that one next? We'll look at
Shit,
the schedule
I
and
meant to. That's my bad, bro.
okay. Schedule's up
Hey, what are you
in
gonna
the
do?
doc, and Caitlin will figure it out, and then we'll see you next week. I hope this one was fun for you, even though I feel like I might have been a bit of a drag. But when am I not a drag, if we're being honest? I can't think of an answer. This is
I
why
hope
we're
there.
such good friends.
All I hope is that there's some romance in these movies, or I'm literally gonna scream. Okay.
There's gotta be some romance in the Odyssey, right? Timothy Chalamet's in it.
It's Tom
Oh,
Holland.
wait, that's Tom Holland.
Okay, guys, like,
it's all French
subscribe, and
boys.
rate our podcast. Follow us on Instagram, theme.onscreen. We're also on Letterboxd, theme on screen. I'm constantly updating my 3 crying Caitlins list. So if you're looking for a good cry, because I know I am after this episode. We're also on YouTube. Just look up theme on screen. Yeah, we're wherever you guys are. We'll meet you where you're at, except TikTok.
We're not
we'll,
doing TikTok.
we'll find you through your
We'll
retinal
find
scan.
you. uh, I'm done.
All right, we're
Thanks,
done.
everyone.
Thanks for listening. See you guys next week. Bye.
Thanks, Caitlin. You're a great co-host.